All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, we got to talk about this story because this is huge. Katie Hobbs has been caught red-handed thanks to Elon Musk doing the work that he had to do as the new Twitter chief. But, yeah, she's been caught red-handed colluding with Twitter to censor posts and get certain posts taken down. And this was back in 2020, so this was actually 2 years ago. But this does not look good for her. This doesn't look good for her integrity as a candidate after she just won. She just beat Kari Lake in Arizona, or at least the certification said she did, but they're still not done. There's still more work being done behind the scenes, but it doesn't look good. They picked her, and then this story comes out. You know, you vote for her, and then this story comes out, and you know that you're voting for someone that can't be trusted. When conservatives see a headline like this, we thinking ding, ding, ding. It all makes sense. Everything from back then made sense. The 2020 election, you know, the Hunter Biden post getting censored. It all makes sense, and it all lines up because back in 2020, I think the first big thing that really was the beginning of the end for Twitter was the Hunter Biden story being suppressed. You know, because conservatives were being suppressed on Twitter and banned off Twitter. Yes, that was happening. But then when the Hunter Biden story came out and people saw the Washington Post Twitter get taken down for sharing it, we all knew right then and there what type of people we were dealing with who were running this company, right? But let's read a little bit, you guys. Internal email documents at Twitter reveal Arizona Governor-elect and Secretary of State Katie Hobbs allegedly colluded with former Twitter officials last year by flagging accounts related to so-called election misinformation. The bombshell leak comes amid Elon Musk releasing internal company communications through journalist Matt Taibbi late last week, showing the company had previously censored conservatives at the behest of the Democrat Party. I just spoke about that. According to an email on January 7, 2021, the communications director for Hobbs' Secretary of State office emailed the Center for Internet Security, a 501 nonprofit cybersecurity organization, saying that they are flagging an unidentified Twitter profile for review under the subject line titled Election-Related Misinformation. Now, the Center for Internet Security, a nonprofit cybersecurity organization, I'm guessing, I don't have the info on this, but I'm guessing this company is not necessarily a part of Twitter. It's a company that they outsource to get this work from, this service from. You know, just like with the BLM documents that ended up coming to surface. You know, we ended up seeing that they were sending money through, you know, to dummy companies and all sort of companies. So yeah, you gotta look at who these companies are tied to sometimes. Follow the money and it'll tell you everything. The email also included an unknown employee at the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, a branch under the federal government's Department of Homeland Security. A representative with CIS then forwarded the messages to a Twitter employee saying, "Please see this report below from the Arizona SOS office, Secretary of State office. Please let me know if you have any questions." The Twitter employee then sent another email saying, "Thank you. Both tweets have been removed from the service." Unreal. Katie Hobbs' office contacts Twitter to have posts removed. Okay, yeah, that's just Christina Bobb. She's talking about it. Hobbs recently defeated Arizona Republican gubernatorial candidate Kari Lake by less than 1 point in the 2022 midterm elections. Arizona officials, including Arizona's current governor, Doug Ducey, the state attorney general, and chief justice, are set to certify Hobbs as the Copper State's 24th governor based on the election results submitted by the state's 15 counties. Lake, who has yet to concede to her opponent based on allegations of election fraud, called the email leaks a conflict of interest, coercion, corruption. Now, look, Kari Lake is 100% in the right for doing this, as she should. You know, everyone criticized Donald Trump when he wanted to stop and certify the election and make sure that the votes were counted right and make sure that everything was legit with the election. But what Trump didn't have that she has is right now ready reports, ready evidence, boom, that Katie Hobbs did what she did. She colluded with Twitter to have people censored, have posts censored. She did it. And like I said, this is terrible for Katie Hobbs' integrity, because who would vote for her? And now as well, this is also bad. This is also terrible for election integrity. Not just Katie Hobbs' integrity. She's already ruined it. But now people are really, if you had any question about our elections fair in this country before, now you're really gonna have them. And it's funny because people on the left are very quiet about this. Very, very quiet. They called us election deniers. They still call us election deniers all the time. But then we get bombshell reports like this exposing the truth. But let me keep going. She reportedly plans to sue Maricopa County, Arizona's largest county, next week to overturn her election loss. In a video she posted on social media, Lake said, "Stay tuned," adding her lawsuit includes at least one smoking gun whistleblower and a team of patriotic, talented lawyers on a legal case to challenge the botched elections. "And you'll want to stay tuned for this one," she said. "Trust me." With the latest email leak from Musk and Tabibi's Twitter files alleging Hobbs and the federal government conspire with Twitter, other lawmakers have called for an investigation into the governor-elect. Georgia Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene said on Twitter, Secretary of State of Arizona and governor candidate Katie Hobbs used the power of Arizona Secretary of State to collude with Twitter to unconstitutionally violate First Amendment rights of Americans for her own political gain. I would say that is a very spot-on way of describing what she did. "This is communism and Hobbs cannot be governor. I'm calling for a federal investigation," she added. Now, is this tyrannical? You know, they love to call us tyrannical, fascists, you name it. Is this an abuse of power, a tyrannical abuse of power? She definitely abused her power. Okay, and yeah, Texas Republican Rep. Troy Niels on Friday called on Musk to release the names of government officials involved in censorship at Twitter. "Investigations are coming," Niels said. "Release the names of government officials. Investigations are coming." I'm so glad that this is finally coming to light. And shout out to Elon Musk for doing what he's doing. The big guy right here for helping to clean up this corrupt company. You know, I was asking my friends this in a discussion that we were having yesterday, and leave your comments on this question I'm about to ask. But I was really wondering truly, how did our society get to the point where the majority of the media, the majority of academia is all controlled by leftists? It's all progressives. There definitely isn't a balanced scale of the information received, and put out to the world, and I mean put out to America and in academics. I mean, you know, I happen to know some kids in school. You know, some of my friends, they're younger brothers. I know younger brothers, sisters. I know some kids in school, and from what they described to me, it's a progressive playground at the school. Non-binary teachers. You know, the list goes on. But let's take a look at Twitter really quick, so I can show you the picture of these emails. And I'll just read this off. "Katie Hobbs is a tyrant. She colluded with Twitter to steal the Arizona election and threatened to jail all who question her. These facts explain why she didn't debate Kari Lake, answer questions, or generally campaign. Does that sound like a free and fair election?" Oof. Coming with the heat. The fact that she threatened to jail all who question her, that you guys is a true tyrant. That is true tyranny. That is true abuse of power. That is it right there. So you leftists, look, don't come around here talking to us about what we doing. You got to worry about your own camp, because this story has just hit Main Street and it is hot, and it will be more to come, I am sure. So we got to stay tuned and see what happens with this. More will come. I don't think more will soon be released. I don't think Katie Hobbs is the only one who's going to get in trouble, because I got a feeling that she wasn't the only one to do something like this. But like I said, I'll have that news coming to you when it comes to me. All right. Now, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe on your way out the door. Until next time, you guys, I'm out. Peace.